Let's dive into the fascinating world of voice transformation in English, specifically focusing on how to change active voice into passive voice in the simple present tense. This is a crucial skill for anyone looking to enhance their writing or speaking abilities. First, let's clarify the basic structure of active and passive voice. In an active voice sentence, the subject performs the action of the verb. For example, in the sentence, the cat chases the mouse, the cat is the subject doing the chasing. Now, when we switch to passive voice, the focus shifts from the subject to the object of the action. So, the passive version would be, the mouse is chased by the cat. Here, the mouse becomes the subject, and the action is still happening, but the emphasis is now on the mouse. Now, let's break down the rules for changing affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences from active to passive voice. Starting with affirmative sentences, the structure is straightforward. You take the object of the active sentence, make it the subject of the passive sentence, and then use the appropriate form of the verb to be followed by the past participle of the main verb. For example, she writes a letter becomes a letter is written by her. Notice how we used is because we're in the simple present tense and written is the past participle of write. Next, let's look at negative sentences. The process is similar, but we need to include not to maintain the negative form. For instance, he does not eat the cake changes to the cake is not eaten by him. Here, we still use is because it's present tense and eaten is the past participle of eat. Now, on to interrogative sentences. These are questions, and the transformation requires a slight adjustment in word order. For example, does she play the piano? Becomes, is the piano played by her? In this case, we start with the object, the piano, use is for the present tense, and follow it with the past participle played. Let's summarize the key components. 1. Identify the subject, verb, and object in the active voice. 2. Move the object to the front to become the subject in the passive voice. 3. Use the correct form of the verb to be based on the tense here, it's is for simple present. 4. Follow it with the past participle of the main verb. Remember, the main focus of passive voice is often on the action itself rather than who is performing it. This can be particularly useful in formal writing or when the doer is unknown or irrelevant. In conclusion, mastering the transformation from active to passive voice in the simple present tense can elevate your communication skills. It allows for variety in sentence structure and can help you emphasize different parts of your message. So, practice these transformations and soon, switching between active and passive voice will become second nature.